Throughout the Gospel of Matthew, you can find Jesus saying two simple words that would turn the world upside down. Follow me. But what does it mean to truly follow Jesus where he leads? Dive deep into Matthew's Gospel through our latest book release, Dr. Jim Denison's cultural commentary on the Gospel of Matthew. Ask for your copy of Matthew, A Guide to Genuine Discipleship, today at thedailyarticle.org. That's thedailyarticle.org. Good day and welcome to the Daily Article Podcast. Today is Wednesday, March the 13th, 2024. I'm Chris Elkins, narrating today's Daily Article, written by Denison Forum co-founder and CEO, Dr. Jim Denison. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump each won enough delegates last night to become the presumptive nominees of their parties. A vote is scheduled today in Congress that could lead to a U.S. ban of TikTok. And the Wall Street Journal is reporting that Special Counsel Robert Hur's testimony before lawmakers yesterday accomplished a rare feat, angering all sides of the political world. Meanwhile, I'd like to go a different direction this morning by asking if you could tell the universe one thing about humanity, what would you share? NASA is preparing its Europa Clipper spaceship for an October launch. 6 years from now, after a 1.6 billion mile journey, it will begin orbiting Jupiter, making 49 close flybys of Europa to determine if the moon has conditions that could support life. The craft will include a triangular metal plate on which is inscribed what one NASA official calls the best humanity has to offer across the universe: science, technology, education, art, and math. Biblical truth is apparently not included, which says something about what the agency considers humanity's best knowledge. However, an engraving of U.S. Poet Laureate Ada Limon's handwritten In Praise of Mystery, a poem of Europa, will make the flight. Her poem includes these lines: "We are creatures of constant awe, curious at beauty, at leaf and blossom, at grief and pleasure, sun and shadow. O second moon, we too are made of water, of vast and beckoning seas. We too are made of wonders, of great and ordinary loves, of small invisible worlds, of a need to call out through the dark." Limon is right. Our constant awe shows that you and I are intended for more than the mundane. In fact, we were made to seek the one who made us. The good news is that when we call out through the dark, we can experience the light. The urgent news is that we have no other path to the purpose that gives our lives transcendent meaning. The French philosopher Jacques Ellul wrote a book 70 years ago that could have been published yesterday, titled The Technological Society. It is considered one of the most important works of the second half of the 20th century. In it, Ellul explains how our technologically obsessed civilization has become, as the foreword states, committed to the quest of continually improving means to carelessly examined ends. As Ellul argues so compellingly, modern society has commodified not just things but people. Everything and everyone is now a means to our personal ends. Even now, you're tempted to read this article in hopes of profiting personally from it. I'm tempted to write to profit personally from the fact that you're reading it. Here's my point. Our transactional culture tempts us to do the same with the living Lord Jesus. Oswald Chambers warned, quote, "Beware of an abandonment which has the commercial spirit in it. We have got so commercialized that we only go to God for something from Him and not for Himself." End quote. Instead, he urges us to choose personal sovereign preference for Jesus Christ Himself. Yesterday, we noted that when we know Christ personally, we are compelled to share Him publicly. Today, let's add that this is because knowing the risen Lord of the universe personally must change us personally. The pattern is clear. The Gadarene demoniac threatened the people of his community in Mark 5, verses 1 through 4, but after he encountered Jesus in verse 20, he shared his new faith with them. The Samaritan woman in John 4, verse 29, was shunned by her neighbors, but after she encountered Jesus, she shared her new faith with them. Peter denied knowing Christ, but after he met the risen Lord, he risked his life to share his new faith with the very people who ordered Jesus' crucifixion. All of Jesus' disciples, except John, abandoned him at the cross, but after they met their risen Lord, they sacrificed their lives to be his witnesses. Saul of Tarsus sought to kill Christians, but after he met the risen Christ, he joined his fellow believers in sharing Christ with the world. Theologian D.A. Carson wrote, quote, "When you are converted, you want to do what you didn't want to do before, and you don't want to do what you wanted to do before. There's a change in the heart. There's a cleaning up, a change in orientation. With this result, holiness becomes attractive instead of something you have to put up with to figure out what you can get away with." End quote. Is holiness attractive to you today? If not, why not? We're grateful for our podcast listeners. If you find the Daily Article podcast helps you better understand today's news and cultural issues and then respond biblically, please rate and review the Daily Article podcast on the platform from which you subscribe. That helps people find and follow the Daily Article podcast.